Black Hebrew Israelites this weekend. What, today's Monday? Tuesday.
Wednesday.
It's going to air on Wednesday.
Sorry. So it is over this past weekend in Staten Island on Sunday, a Jewish man who he must have been Orthodox because you could identify that he was Jewish, and his son were shot by a young man with a pellet gun as they came out of
guns. I did see that, yeah.
And so when he was asked by the police, they said it was a hate crime. He said, how could it be a hate crime if I'm a Hebrew? This is the kind of fiction that Black Hebrew Israelites say that white Jews, quote unquote, aren't really Jews.
So again, what is Jonathan Greenblatt refusing or not telling us that Charlemagne refuses to ask? Let me say it again. What is this dude, Jonathan Greenblatt, not telling us and Charlemagne refuses to ask? I'm like, what? I'm sitting back like, some black guy shot some Jewish people? What the hell?
Strong police presence here today as the NYPD investigates whether this disturbing incident was a hate crime. Now, Jewish residents in this diverse community are shaken, especially since this comes amid a sharp rise in anti-Semitic incidents citywide. Police tell us about 4:30 p.m. Sunday outside the Island Kosher Market on Victory Boulevard in Staten Island, a 32-year-old Jewish man and his 7-year-old son were on the sidewalk, both wearing yarmulkes. Investigators say a dark sedan with no license plate drove by and someone inside fired a pellet gun, hitting the father twice in the chest and the child near his ear.
It's scary because you don't know when you're walking on the street, you don't know who can do it. Imagine if it was a real gun.
I think it's very sad what happened to this father and son.
Other shoppers here were surprised that an incident like this could happen here. But the NYPD tells us anti-Semitic incidents for the month of November citywide were up 125% over November 2021.
To be honest with you, just very scary. This is a very peaceful neighborhood overall. Everyone is very friendly Italian neighbors and black neighbors and Chinese neighbors and everybody, and we all get along great.
The all-volunteer Staten Island Shmira Emergency Services team posted this wanted flyer asking for information.
I myself, I always have to watch my back because I'm Jewish too, and I have to watch my back because you know how it is. Everybody, people are just crazy.
Now, the father and son were not seriously injured and refused medical attention, according to authorities. Now, the NYPD is asking anyone with information to give them a call at 1-800-577-TIPS. You do not have to give your name. We're live in Staten Island. I'm Lisa Evers, Fox 5 News.
The first thing I want you all to look at is the logo on the left side of your screen. It says Shamrim, Staten Island. Now, the Shamrim is a group of so-called Jews. They have their own police force or security teams in New York City. Okay. Imagine, how come black people are not allowed to police their own community? We get killed more than any other people, and even by our own people. But so-called Jewish people are allowed to have their own police force. Look it up. I lie not. But what I really want you to see is Jonathan Greenblatt, although he didn't say it, he alluded that the shooter was a black man. How could I be anti-Semitic if I'm a Hebrew? That's what he said. Hebrew Israelite. Look at the games, the word plays that they do, that he does. This is the head of the ADL. Okay. Now let's zoom in on the car and take a look at the alleged shooter. I don't know. I don't see brown skin there. It kind of looks Caucasian. Well, they finally caught the guy, and let's take a look at the shooter or alleged shooter. Let's take a look at him. New York City man who shot at Jewish dad. You can't make this stuff up. Let's take a look. Let's just take a look. Brothers and sisters, does this look like a black man to you? See, Jonathan Greenblatt, you're a very deceitful man. Charlemagne, you need to be ashamed of yourself. You really need to be ashamed of yourself. And God gonna bring judgment. The Most High, Yahweh, will bring judgment on this evil. Okay, I want everyone to understand it. God is going to bring judgment on this evil. You try to push the false narrative that a black man did this shooting. That's what you tried to do. Although you didn't use the words, you said, how can I be anti-Semitic if I'm a Hebrew? Why'd you use the term Hebrew? Because it goes with Hebrew Israelite. That's what you done did. Listen, Jonathan Greenblatt, we're not stupid. If you want to sit down with the Israelites, we're going to sit down in a public forum and we can end this. We can end your lies with biblical proof. But you won't do it. You go and talk to simple Charlemagne, the sellout Negro, and sit there and push your false narratives to get society against God's truth that we are indeed the 12 tribes of Israel.